So we hogged out the middle of each of these boards where the material wasn't needed, and that lightens things up. The owners wanted a purpose-built area where they could have their meals, play cards, and map their day's journey, all alongside a beautiful picture window. The shower also is hiding here in plain sight. The underfloor shower pan extends well beyond this floor-to-ceiling water closet. Any drips or leaks will simply end up in the shower pan, where they will find one of the 3 drains leading to a sump box with a float switch and get pumped into the gray tank at the rear of the van, along with a custom-built Humble Road toilet. Featuring a beautiful ceramic urinal shipped from Eastern Europe. To maintain a flat floor throughout the van, the shower pan is hidden under the floor. When it's time for a shower, an interlocking knee wall is inserted into a slot in the floor, trapping the curtain and water into the shower pan below. Unlimited hot water is provided by the gasoline-fired aqua-hot furnace. It's been quite a long time since I have shown you interim steps of the van builds. Way back in the beginning, I showed you how I did every single thing, and I explained the who, where, when, and how. And I think you all enjoyed that. I think that was good content, interesting. I'm going to get back to that. I realize that's what's missing from my videos. I don't think it's that important because it's rote. It's the type of thing that we do every day. I don't see it as being special anymore, when in fact it is special, and it is unique, and it is creative to see the individual steps and how we arrive where we got. How we arrive where we got. My English teacher would be thrilled. Anyway, this is She to Me, and we are very excited as to how this is turning out style-wise. Of course, quality is always there. Workmanship, always there. We got a lot of details from Debbie and John as to what they wanted, but then they let us go creatively and style-wise. They did mention that they like the white chocolate that's in their Pleasureway Ascent right now. So I tracked it down. I found the white chocolate. It's a premium laminate. So kudos to Pleasureway for using a higher quality laminate in their builds. Anyway, this one has got some really nice postmodern details to it. You saw the airline cabinets, and those are just finally completed. And these airline cabinets are going to run into the galley wall cabinets. They're shelves though. They're not wall cabinets, they're shelves. And we're going to pick up on the angles. There's a theme. We have a very deliberate theme throughout this van build, design-wise. We've got a cherry stringer, a cherry ribbon that runs all the way through the van, only in the horizontal. You won't see any cherry vertical trim pieces. It's all in the horizontal. Very minimal, very delicate, very subtle. The white chocolate laminate is accented with cherry hardwood. The cherry hardwood exists on the horizontal only throughout the van. Who says function and beauty can't travel together? A deep under-mounted stainless steel sink and large solid surface counter top off this galley. And if this isn't enough prep area for you, we included a flush fit countertop extension off the foreside of the sink. Depending on the type of adventure, these owners like to bring a variety of appliances. So the appliance garage features a dowel adjustable front curb to keep a multitude of appliances held snug during travel. Just below the appliance garage lives a large pull-out pantry with adjustable shelves. This module also features a large shoe drawer and a Vitrifrigo refrigerator freezer from Italy. Vitrifrigio from Italy. Slim refrigerator. That's not a freezer on the bottom, it's a drink box. This features a remote compressor. You can mount that compressor up to 6 feet away from this refrigerator. That poses real problems when you're in a van, because when you slide this fridge in and out, you are going to stress that copper line that goes to the compressor. In our case, the best place to put that compressor was right behind the fridge. So we built an 80-20 bridge mounting platform. Now the fridge and the compressor are mounted and married together. Now we can slide in and out and never stress that copper line. 80-20, baby. Central command breaker and gauge panel finish off this module. The width of this aisle was strictly maintained during the build process to ensure this couple could move about freely and comfortably. And at the end of the aisle is an abstract interpretation of a bed step. We don't stick with first thought. What I call first thought is you get an idea, oh, that's a great idea, and you run with it. Develop it. Enhance it, refine it, go a step further, push the envelope. So I see a lot of van builds pull out step to get into the bed. Oh, great idea. Well, that's first idea, because you pull out a step 8 to 10 inches, that gets you into the bed. But did you remember you also got to get out of the bed? Now, if you're getting out of the bed, how are you going to navigate an 8-10 inch step? So let me show you what we did. I don't know if I could do this with the camera behind me, but we pull out that roller, okay? It has a storage box in here. You can put stuff, shoes, hats, windbreakers, and then with the side handles, you flip it down, and now you have a 2-step into the bed. Okay, 2-step into the bed. It makes it a lot easier to get in, and also when you're getting out, it's late at night. Of course, you have your night light on, your signature Humble Road red night light. But now when you come swing out of this and have to scooch out of the bed, easy peasy. You come out of this thing any which way you want and down to the bathroom. Extended trips into the deserts of the Southwest require many items for food prep, comfort, and safety. This galley succeeds in providing all the necessary storage for those items. Airline cabinets is a term we came up with to describe our upper wall cabinets over each side of the bed. Completely unobtrusive while laying in the bed, they open easily to reveal just how much stuff they can gobble up and store away. A DC air conditioner and a Max Air fan will keep you cool while you try to decide what to wear. A north-south bed, beautiful. Flanked on either side by airline cabinets, full length, all the way down. Airline cabinets. And on the sides, storage. Both sides. Deep storage, taking advantage of the Ford. Remember I said let the van speak to you? This one is shallow, and this one is very deep. You get a lot of stuff in there. Flanking each side of the north-south queen bed are deep maple storage boxes. The bedside garment boxes will have dowels and glue holding on the top cover piece. The top cover piece will have a cup holder, an induction phone charger, and USB, finished in white chocolate. A nightstand featuring USB, USB-C, a nightlight switch, an induction phone charger tray, and a stainless steel cup holder on each side of the bed. First class all the way. Now I'm in front of this whole bed garage module. And as you can see, we're going to be placing our battery and our 30-gallon water tank directly over the axle. This can be upwards of 250 to 300 pounds when it's full. This is 165 pounds all day long. And then over here, this area is going to be for the bicycles, electric bicycles on a slide. I'll show you that in the back. So there's going to be a nice bulkhead right here, and you won't see any of this, obviously. And then we're going to make use of these spaces. Right here, for instance, we will be putting a nice drawer, a short box drawer right here. And then there's going to be a tray with a secondary shelf going out the back. I'll show you that later. Our galley comes out to here. You know, it's an 18, 19 gross galley once we get done with it. And we have our radiant heat under the floor. If you notice, I don't know if you can see it, this center panel, let me show you real quick. I got to move the camera. Hold on. I hate to do that. This is, we spent a lot of time sorry about that. Okay, hang on. We've got everything biscuited together, so you can't just lift up one panel. But you've already known about this. This is where we're going to put our radiant heat in the floor. Center aisle, all the way down. And you can see that we've designed this system in such a way that unscrewing a few screws, we can take this panel up and get at that tubing if we ever have to. Now, when I run this radiant tubing, there will be no unions under the floor. Once we come in, we're going to make this whole run and come out without cutting that tube. So chances are we're never going to have to go in here. But if we do, we can. This galley peninsula features an outdoor storage drawer which also doubles as a support for the outdoor patio table. With a nightlight and a 120-volt outlet, the owner also wanted full access to this under-sink cupboard. The garage was designed to fit 2 electric trail bikes, 31 gallons of fresh water, 8,800 watt-hours of Lithionics lithium, portable solar panels, a large winter storage drawer, and enough spare room for a small smart car. And it's well lit for nighttime use. The double bike rack was an in-house Frankenstein creation, using an existing third-party bike rack, which we cut apart and modified to suit our needs. We built a custom bike rack for the She to Me van using aluminum C-channel, 80/20 extruded aluminum, drawer glides with a 300-pound capacity, and the armature from a bike rack company called One Up. Debbie came up with a magnificent idea for the rear door window covers. She cut them in half, stitched up the cut, and now we leave the bottom half in place and pull the top half up as needed. Brilliant!